Mensah is an absolute dog! Hello and welcome back to the couch. We saved you a seat. My name's Luke and today we're checking out chapter 7 of Exit Strategy. Yep, this is the 4th book in the Murderbot Diaries series. We've been doing chapter by chapter reactions and reviews. So if you want to follow along, you can buy the book. Utilizing the link in the description below, it takes you to Amazon. It will support the channel and you can start from the beginning and follow along. You can also join the membership. It's for me to buy a cup of coffee or a cool poster or something, but that's about it. So let's get started. Mensah's an absolute dog. Okay. This is a rogue sec unit. I know Mensah knows Murderbot, but a rogue sec unit. Like, Murderbot could just say, nope, blammo, Mensah's done. But it doesn't. It doesn't. Murderbot's had some character growth. Murderbot cares about Mensah. Enjoys Mensah. Enjoys Mensah's empathy. We like that. We like that a lot. It also showed the other people there that Murderbot wasn't the super serious murdering kill machine that it could be. That it probably was at one point, that it was actually at one point. That's not like all the others. That the decisions it makes are there to protect those who are empathetic to people and also to his clients, his friends, I do say. He's got friends now, right? Art was probably his first actual friend, maybe Mensah, but these are his friends. These are people he cares about. And Mensah knows this, and he's not going to do anything to them. But boy, that was a moment. That was a moment. I loved the vulnerability from Murderbot here too, because Murderbot was like, because I wanted to win. And I could see Murderbot in my head, laying there with its knee all torn all to hell, and just kind of in a little bit of pain, but not in a ton of pain, right? Turned down its pain receptors. And it's just like, I just wanted to win. Like, I can see a child, the immaturity of a young adolescent, just trying to impress. At this point, it just wants to prove why it's there. Its value. I wanted to win. It also saw overwhelming odds and prepared for overwhelming odds and was achieving through overwhelming odds. It wanted to win. It's a cool moment. It's actually I think it's the newest moment of the series, to be frank with you. It's a brand new moment. That whole sequence was good. The whole first half of this chapter, I wanted to win. The Mensah being frustrated with Murderbot, them trying to get onto the ship, the gunship. And Mensah preparing to defend Murderbot, even though Mensah didn't like Murderbot at the moment. It was good. It was a good, geez. These last 3 chapters, just right there, right at the top. Good content. Good content. It's set up by 3 previous books and a handful of chapters before these 3, but good content. We also get to the latter half of the chapter. Pretty cool. I don't know that I've ever witnessed this in television before. So this is my first experience with an AI, a bot, the sec unit, going in and out of Wi-Fi, I guess, into the programming of the ship and communicating with the bot pilot in order to address this attacker. Oh, they call it attacker. That's right. It was fascinating. That level of conflict is awesome. I had this like Babylon 5 against the Romulans. Not Babylon 5, sorry. Deep Space Nine against Romulans sort of feel. Some Babylon 5 also. But that they're on this ship and they're each doing whatever they can to support and save lives and help people. And this attacker, which is essentially the malware, the killware times, it's a Super Saiyan version. It's a combat sec unit version of this killware. I think they referenced that. Might have missed that, but that it's crazy, and it's already defeated the sec system, and the bot pilot's doing whatever it can to stay together, and Murderbot's going back and forth from its own body to piloting with the bot to back and forth, and it finally is able to trap the attacker in the shuttle, which is so smart. Murderbot is so smart. It's such a cool moment that I think I just love. I love that Martha continues to add new things, new ways of developing character, developing conflict. What a cool conflict. I didn't say cool, maybe unique, interesting. It's an interesting conflict. It's happening within the programming. It's happening in the real world. They're so close to the wormhole to travel back to a position where they can get on their own ship that's preservation, and they can have a whole conversation with themselves without being recorded by the company. And Murderbot is doing whatever it can to save them. And it succeeds. It succeeds with the old bait and switch. It gets the attacker stuff on the shuttle. And that way they're going to be able to leave. This whole chapter was great. There's a lot of like, beginning of chapter is this. Back half chapter is this. Happening in these specific chapters. Pretty reflective of book 2. Book 2 was like this a lot too, where the front half was a little bit different of a chapter than the back half, where they're able to kind of flow through a story. It all is consequential and leads to the next one, similar to something like Community, right? Every action has a consequence, and they have to address the consequence, and all the consequences are not foolproof. All the actions aren't foolproof for a perfect consequence. Different stuff's going to happen. I'm excited to see where this goes. We've only got one chapter left, and I'll tell you, I want to see what happens with Murderbot. Is Murderbot going to stay with the team? I've heard it's been said that book 6 is to be read first, and then go back and read 5 and 7, because 5 and 7 are the side of two coins, that they belong together. So we're probably going to do that, but we're near the end here. There's about 20 more chapters of this going on. I got to say, there's a few things that I do want to talk about. Maybe it's in the review. I'd love to know what the company's name is. You know? But yeah, I can just see Mensah talking down Murderbot. You don't know what I am. And Mensah's like, I don't care what you are. You're bothering the shit out of me. You better stop. I bet it's like spoken from the point of authority and empathy. That's what's important here. I think that's the biggest draw. Is what Mensah shows is complex thinking and empathy. Empathy is so important. That you're thoughtful towards the other party, regardless of their circumstance. It's super powerful. It's super, super powerful. What I also like about this chapter is you're beginning to see how Pin Lee is becoming a leader, is getting some leadership reps, handling the money, doing the transfer, the responsibility Pin Lee's getting. I think that's pretty cool. You're seeing some of that growth. You're seeing some of the growth with Garatha. Garatha just jumps to help people and is in there doing the engineering thing. Love that. And they do just help people. But my favorite part of this chapter, and I've kind of been rambling a little bit, is the augmented soldier that belonged to the company watching Mensah talk down Murderbot, and they're all kind of afraid of this thing, this rogue sec unit, as it were. And they're like, yeah, I mean, you have to pay a little extra money to bring that thing on, but sure, yeah, you're good. We're not afraid of that thing. You know, because I mean, I get it. I get it. Liability is a thing. You gotta pay for liability. That's a part of it. It's part of the world. But it's just super interesting. I'd be interested to see where this goes, because we kind of knew going into book 2 that we're either gonna get some sort of we're gonna get an arc. Murderbot was gonna go find out something about itself. Then we're gonna get another arc where Murderbot was going to then, I'm going to go try to assist Mensah and those of preservation and continue their journey through the trials and tribulations they have. Now we're at the point where it's like, are we going to continue even further? Is this just now the crew? Is Murderbot now the actual security consultant for Mensah? What's going to happen? And also, where does preservation get its money? I'm curious, because it needs money now more than anything. So that's going to be a thing also. It's got to be able to provide, and its society doesn't enjoy the commercial kinds of things that the rest of the universe seem to enjoy. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, excellent chapter. Definitely the best book so far. I thought I liked the second book better, but after this chapter specifically, this one takes a cake right here. This is really phenomenal. There's like a lot of video game stuff in here. There's a lot of great character work. I want to win. So good. There's a lot of good. There's good sci-fi. There's good AI stuff. And it builds the world. And we got a combat sec unit, which is very cool. Because we still haven't gotten the scope of what a combat sec unit is capable of. We know what a sec unit is capable of. It is a complete security package, including energy weapons in its hands and armor. And then you can pay for the extra things like drones and like projectile weapons. We get that. And we know what the combat units are. The combat units are 10-foot tall, big pieces of machinery with a blade in one hand and a projectile weapon in the other, and then all these other sorts of things. It's more like a killing machine. But then you have a combat sec unit that looks like a sec unit, right? Because Murderbot thought that sec unit, that it was 3 sec units in the previous chapter, not 2 sec units, and a combat sec unit. So I'm interested to see what combat sec units are capable of, or what kind of extra weapons they have, what kind of extra authority they have. We know that it can hack things. We know that it doesn't just run its body into its opponent or its antagonist or its target, like what sec unit was, or like what Murderbot was saying about what their tactics are, right? Sec units just run straight into the line of fire. They run right at the thing that they're trying to stop. It's kind of red-coated infantry shit. We're just gonna line up and walk right at them, because that's how we fight wars. We overwhelm them. This thing, combat sec unit, it's a little smarter, a little more thoughtful, a little bit more agile, lethal, hostile, probably stronger. Shout out. But yeah, I think that's all I've got. Man, what a good book. Definitely get this one. This one is 1+ in terms of its value. It's not just worth 1, it's worth 1+. But that's all I've got for you. So if you like this content, please like, subscribe, and share. Once again, buy the book in the description. It's fantastic. And gonna start some other content, possibly, because we like storytelling. And also some more reactions to TV shows, more than likely. So we love that. Anyway, that's all I've got for you. Have a nice day, and later, taters.